Hey guys, it's Katie. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Tonight for dinner, I'm going to make some dairy-free tuna noodle casserole. It's one of those classic recipes. It's classic for a reason. It's quick, easy, cheap, uses a lot of pantry staples that you probably already have on hand. I'm making mine dairy-free, and it's really simple to switch out the dairy ingredients in this recipe. Instead of using the canned cream of mushroom soup, I am going to use cashew cream. I have many recipes on my channel using cashew cream. It could not be easier. So I just use raw cashews and I'm gonna soak them. You can soak them in cold water for a couple hours or overnight. I'm gonna soak mine in boiling water. That's usually how I do it when I have these last minute ideas of what I wanna make for dinner. So I'm gonna get some water boiling. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here and we'll get started. Right, so I'm gonna put probably about maybe 3/4 of a cup of cashews in here. I used to do about a full cup, but going a little less, it still turns out great. And cashews can be a little pricey, so probably even a half a cup would be plenty. And you want to cover them with just enough water to cover them. And like I said, it could be cold water, it could be boiling water, room temperature water, whatever. It just depends on how long you have to soak them. Alright, so I'm just going to set this to the side and let it soak and cool. I am boiling some water for the noodles, and I'm going to cut up some vegetables now. I have onion and celery, and I'm using canned mushrooms. You could use fresh if you have them, but the canned mushroom soup that you usually use is obviously those mushrooms are canned, so I don't have a problem. It's easier to keep these on hand because it seems mushrooms go bad so quickly. But if you had fresh, you could use that. And then I'm going to use some frozen peas. I'm probably not going to use this whole package. I'll just put in maybe a cup or so. So I'm going to chop up all this, and like I said, I got the water boiling, and we're about halfway done already, and we just got started. So like I said, super quick and easy weeknight meal. I think half of an onion is plenty. All right, drain the mushrooms, and I'm just going to give them a rough chop. Alright, you can put any kind of vegetable that you like in this. I think like fresh or frozen spinach would be good. Any kind of green would be good stirred in. Maybe even some shredded carrot would look good. I was just thinking what other kind of vegetables I could add, and I was thinking maybe like red bell pepper. And I remembered I had these red bell pepper strips. I just got these. I'm not sure if they're... It says they're in a garlic brine, so I'm just going to taste one and see... I don't think they're pickled. Yeah, I think I might add a few of these. These are just strips, and I'll chop them up kind of rough. Just give it a little red color. Feel free to use whatever you have on hand. And the last little bit of prep I need to do is to blend up those cashews. You could use any blender or food processor. And I'm going to put the water that they soaked in. It's fine to just put it all together. That's why I only put just enough to cover. You don't want a lot of extra water. You can always add water to thin it out if you need to, but you can't take the water out. So I try to leave just enough water for it to blend. After saying all that, I am going to add just a little bit more. These only soaked for about 5 to 10 minutes, so I'm going to have to make sure that they get well blended. All right. So that's what that looks like. Great for many, many uses. Just a little bit of oil to start to fry my vegetables. Okay. And I'm just gonna put everything except for the peas in. I'm gonna put it all in at once. A little salt and pepper. Some garlic powder. Some cayenne. You can put whatever you want in yours. Alright, and while this begins to fry up, I'm going to open up my tuna and drain it. I'm using 3 cans. Let's see, these are just the normal size cans. 5-ounce cans. I think 2 probably would be enough. I had it, so I'll use 3 cans, 2 or 3 cans. Alright, my water's starting to boil back here, so I'm going to get some pasta in. I'm using these wide egg noodles. This is a 1-pound package. I might use like 1/3 to 1/2 of this. You can use any kind of pasta though. We've used the bow tie pasta. Works really well as well. Elbow pasta, anything, whatever you have, whatever you think will work. These cook really fast, so that's one plus. I think I put about half of that in, and I'm going to stir it. This is starting to get a little hot, so I'm just going to pop that back there for right now. And I salted the water. I'm going to let that cook. I think that only takes, it says five minutes. I'm going to get the tuna in here now. Okay, and I'm going to put the cashew cream in, but just beware, the cashew cream will stick and it will thicken, so be ready when you put it in. This is actually, I'm not ready, hold on. Okay. My pan was getting a little too hot and the burner's still quite hot, so I just put a splash of water in there to calm everything down. Calm down, calm down. Alright, I'm going to put the cashew cream in. I'm going to put a little water in this blender and get the last of that out in just a second. I'm just going to mix that up. And take it off the heat because, like I said, it will thicken and it can scorch pretty easily. I'm going to take that off the heat, the last of this liquid out of here. Okay, so the noodles are done. I'm going to drain them. And we'll add them into the pot. I almost forgot the peas. I add, I don't know, like a cup, half a cup, however many peas that you want. Get in there. Okay. All right. Stir this up. I think that's the right amount of peas. Maybe a little bit more. All right. That looks good. Can't really see those red peppers. It all kind of gets masked by the sauce. Anyway, so this is done. You could serve it just like this, and just be like a skillet meal or something like that. But you could also put it in a casserole dish. Maybe put some buttered bread crumbs on top, or cracker crumbs or something. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that's what it looks like. I think that's okay. You could add a little bit more water to thin it down if you want, but I think that looks okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Oh yeah, that amount looks like it fills up an 8x8 casserole just right. And there was plenty of that sauce, so yeah, I think even a half a cup of cashews, if you're trying to stretch them, would work really well. Okay, just leveling it out a little bit. All right. Crush up some of these cracker crumbs. Like 8 or 10 crackers all together. Whoa! Throw it everywhere! So I'll put it in the oven just to toast up those crackers a little bit on the top. And keep it warm. Ooh. Okay, that's what we ended up with. Yum yum. Can't wait to dig in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, you can give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. See you guys next time. Bye!